Hi there, AJ here. Good to see you all. So let's practice. Good to see you all. It's going to finally work out. I'm doing this with my camera. I do this with my camera and the computer. Welcome everyone. Good to see you all. I'd like to share with you a few slides in my story for the coming 3 days. My name is Anne Willemsen. I'm a executive coach for about 14 years now, and I've done a lot of things, not so effective, and a lot of things really effective. But and I want to share with you both to see if you can learn from me. And you're allowed to copy and paste whatever you like. I think these are the times to really switch gears, to do things differently. I really think that if you don't, then it will be very hard, and maybe even will be. So I think it's working now. Crystal, do you think so? It's working? I think here it looks like it works. Stream picture in picture. App is share. This is what you see now. But if I do this, then I cannot see myself anymore. Well, let's see how that is. So anyway, it doesn't matter. I hope you can see me. You can see my face. Look right into the camera now. And we're going to talk a bit in the 3 days about how you can really thrive, how you can really grow in the crisis. And that's an enormous goal. Coaches are vulnerable, and that's not the responsibility of the crisis or the economy. That's the responsibility of ourselves, and we have to become less vulnerable. We have to become more agile instead of fragile. And I think I've built a business which is pretty agile, but I only had done so in the past 2 to 3 years. I have done, for 10 years, I struggled and tried a lot of things that didn't work. And finally, I shifted just a few things, which made my business so much more successful. And I want to share these things with you. We're going to do 3 webinars. Today will be the first day, and then tomorrow and Friday, the 2nd and the 3rd. For the webinar today, I would like to share with you a couple of things. First, this little intro, what the objectives of the webinar are, how you can get more out of it, all these things, introducing on myself, who am I. So that's what we're going to do today. Then a little bit about fitness. Why fitness? Why is this the business fitness bootcamp? What has fitness to do with coaching? Anyway, I will show you. I will share that with you. Then my big insight I had in about 2015, a couple of years ago, that really shifted everything. And I want to share this insight with you. And I don't see a reason why you cannot make the same. shift. So I want to share that with you. That's the basic, that's the fundament of the whole change. And I really think and believe that you should do the same to make that shift. That's to shift in focus. I'll tell you later what that is. Then I want to share with you 3 keys, 3 strategies you can start doing as of tomorrow. There's no time needed there, that will really get you to the next level. So 3 ways, 3 strategies you can change as a coach. And then last but not least, we'll tell you the agenda for webinar 2 and webinar 3. Okay, this is the promise. I want you to grow in the crisis. I want to set yourself the goal to grow in the crisis without being the salesman, without having to sell. That's the promise. Growing without selling. That's the promise for the coming day. The learning points are for the coming 3 days is how can you make your client happy? You already do probably, but how can you make the one who paid the bill even more happier? Because that's where we fail as coaches. We're very good at pleasing, satisfying clients, but the one who pays the bill, the companies, don't really have a clue what the value is of coaching. So we have to make them happy as well. I'll tell you how. The second one is how can you make a consistent income, a solid, consistent income so that you don't have to worry about money. Because if you worry about money, if you worry about income, your coaching will be less effective. Yeah, don't worry. And you don't want to work 60, 70 hours a week, and you don't want to increase your rate. So that's a very interesting one, is how can you get a consistent income without working harder and without increasing your hourly rate? That's the second learning point. And the third one is how can you help your clients achieve what they want in 3 minutes a day? Anything they want. And I've seen the promise, I've seen the evidence of being able to do so. So the agenda for the coming 3 days is the first day is about the belief. Yeah, you first have to create, if you want to change, if you want things to do different, you have to first get the belief. If you don't believe in it, if you don't feel it, if you don't feel motivated, nothing will change. So you first have to create the belief. So we'll do that today. That's the why of the 3 days. Then tomorrow I will help you explain how you can measure, because measuring is the key to tracking and tracing, and measuring and tracking is the way to get better as a coach, and that's what's needed right now. So I'll tell you tomorrow exactly how I do that and how you can do that as well. And the third one is really the practical day, is the Friday. That will tell you really the variables. What are the very detailed practical steps you can do to increase your profit, to increase your income, and to have more sustainable income and a better coach. So that's what I'm going to do. And some people say, well, start with day 3. Tell me what I can do. No, it doesn't work like that. You cannot start doing what you do if you don't have the belief. If you don't have the vision, if you don't have the know-how, how it works, then you will never do. If I now tell you what the practical things that you can do, you won't do it. You will forget it tomorrow. But if you really believe in it, we'll understand why. So these are the 3 topics for the 3 days. And I have a few tips for you. The only intention for me is that you learn and that you get maximum value out of these webinars. That's what I want you to do. And so I have a very few practical tips. Is first listen. And normally when I see you in a room, I can see if people listen, so I can make contact, and then you maybe feel more urge to listen than this. I'm behind the camera. I cannot see you. I cannot see your expressions. But force yourself, discipline yourself to listen. Make notes. Yeah. Have a focus, have an objective. Yeah. We'll have 30 seconds in just now or later to define your focus. Explain it to others. That's a very good one. Be physical. Try to stand up. I stand up. I don't know. I move a little around. But it's because I learn more when I'm physical. Yeah, maybe because I'm ADD, whatever. But and the last one is be emotional. Just share your emotions. If you feel resistance, if you feel a little annoyed, if you think, oh, I don't trust this guy, just give it the space. That's good for your learning capacity. I want you to grow, and you can. And just imagine for a while, what does that give you? If you grow in the coming 3 years, especially now, for you, take a few seconds to think about it. How are you enjoying your job? What's the quality of your coaching? How's your health? What are the practical effects of growing in the coming 3 years? And not worry about income. How is it if you do things differently, yet the same way, but just a little bit differently, that things are more effective? If you don't imagine, they will help you to get more attention. Yeah. So this is the time to dream. And then take about 20 seconds to define for yourself and write down. Yeah. Because you can consume, and then you will get a little bit. But if you invest, if you have an attitude of investing instead of consuming, you can get more out of it as well. So write down for yourself, what specifically do I want to get out? What is the target for me in the coming? And we spend at least 60 minutes a day, hopefully tomorrow as well, on Friday. So that's about 3 hours. What do you want to get out? I wait 20 seconds. What is it we're going to do? We're going to train. We're going to get fitter. And this is the picture I show my clients, my coaching clients always. It's because I do the same there. I'm not a magician telling somebody how to do it. I'm not a consultant. I'm not a business coach. I'm not a marketeer, you know. I help step by step. That means that I don't do it, but you do it. That means that we can measure. That means that I have some tools you might want to use. Give you a little bit of encouragement, and sometimes think, well, come on, let's go now. You know? Nothing to do with physical fitness. To fit means to suit, to be of a suitable quality, to adapt your ability to adapt. That's fitness. You know, it had nothing to do with muscles or marathon. A bit of fitness. I adapt. Can I merge into the new situation? The solution for you. You have to find out yourself. Or adaptable. Fitness is the key to survival. It's the only key to survival. Yeah. If you get fitter as a coach, you will survive. Yeah. If you have a level of fitness that's enough to deal with the current situation, you will get there. Don't try to find the goal, the perfect tool, or the perfect action steps to get there. Now just get fitter. Just do a little bit every day to get more into shape. That's what we're going to do, step by step. Yeah, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's fine, as long as you grow it. Anyway, okay, who am I? For those who don't know, my name is Anne Johan Willemsen. I'm Dutch. I live in Holland, in Haarlem. An executive coach since 2006. I started actually in 2006 as a meditation teacher for 2 years. Still do a lot with meditation, but my main job now is executive coaching. I had a corporate career before for 10 years, and I'm the founder of Top Mind. Mother married in Haarlem. Well, not so very interesting. Just to introduce myself. You see my face. Well, this is that's 10 years young now. 2008. Top Mind. This is our office. This is my office. Beautiful in the dunes, the coast. In 10 people in the team, but there's no staff, so we have nobody on the payroll. And I will tell you later why that is so interesting. work for you and with you without the flexible. Do leadership coaching, and that's what we do. We work for a lot of different clients. We work for entrepreneurs. This is a big entrepreneur in Holland, one of the most successful, I think, in the past years. He's now a film producer. I had the privilege to coach him. We work for golf players, for football players. We work for politicians. I had the privilege to work with Alexander Pechtold, a Dutch politician, for 2 years, and with corporate managers and executive coaches, one from ABN AMRO. Quite a few good solid clients. Philips. So one of our breakthroughs was in 2015, and then I stopped telling about the study being done. Okay.